Welcome to the Flickbusters podcast, TUBEcast, number 2. This week, like I said last week, we'll be doing Transformers Revenge of the Fallen. For those of you who haven't listened to last week's show and this is your first gander at our TUBEcast, I did the review for the movie Moon, which was limited release. So if you want to check that out, you can check it out on youtube.com/Flickbusters or just punch it into the search engine. So for those of you that are new to the show, basically what I do here is a little brand new release movie review, not like your normal movie review from most other sites, and then a DVD/blue pick for the week, and sometimes we'll throw an email and other things in there. I want to check out some previous shows and blogs and stuff like that. It hasn't been updated in a while, but flickbusters.com. Also, feel free to email us your comments or post them on the YouTube page, flickbusters@me.com. So this week going to be a little different than Moon. I want to get into a lot of things about Revenge of the Fallen, so I'm just going to air a TV spot rather than a full trailer, because I highly doubt anyone out there has not seen a full trailer for this movie. So here's the teaser.
You don't stop, you don't hide, you run.
So, the review for Transformers Revenge of the Fallen. This review is probably going to come off completely different than any other review you've listened to, or heard, or read, or pretty much anything. And if you're listening to this or watching this, you've probably either seen the movie and loved it, seen the movie and hated it, or just hated it because of what everyone else had to say. So, what I'm going to say about Transformers Revenge of the Fallen, let me go over a little bit about the movie first. It's a sequel to the 2007 Transformers movie, based on the popular Hasbro toy line from back in the 80s and continuing through now. Directed by Michael Bay, who is a director more popularly known for the Bad Boy movies, The Island, not really so popularly known for that, but The Rock, Armageddon, just to name a few, mostly known for his big action scenes and blowing of things up. Also stars Shia LaBeouf, who was Indiana Jones' son in last year's terrible Kingdom of the Crystal Skull and in the original Transformers. And then we have the fanboys person they most get off on. You have Megan Fox, who is basically a stripper in the movie that just doesn't do very good acting. But point of the movie is going in, you realize if you add the things up, it's based off of a toy line from the 80s. It has Michael Bay, who may not be the best director in the world, but he knows what he's doing as far as action. You go in with those mindsets, and you forget that it doesn't need to be the next Best Picture nominee or the Best Picture winner. And as far as storyline and plot, the acting is decent. I have to think a lot of other critics and other people don't necessarily agree, but a lot of people must agree, because this movie's still racking in a ton of cash week in and week out. So far, it's been out 2 weeks. It's the highest grossing movie of the year after 2 weeks of release, less than 2 weeks of release as I'm recording this. And you go in with the movie. If you like the first movie, I think you like the second movie. It has a lot more action, a lot more robots. If you're a fan of the old show, just don't hold on to too much loyalty of characters and their association, because they're not going to be exactly the same in a movie that was made 20 years later for a more general audience. It's not going to be as complicated as the cartoon's storyline. But I thought it was a great movie. I really enjoyed it. It does run kind of long. But I thought it had a ton of action, and I really don't see where everyone's coming off with all the hate for the movie and all the dislike for it. It's a fun popcorn summer flick, not going in for a crazy twist or storyline. You go in expecting fucking robots fighting, and that's what you get. So, I don't know, all these critics come off pretty much letting out all their frustration on which a pretty fun movie, and just enjoy it, and sit there, and you're not going to get many other good summer popcorn flicks. Star Trek was one, but you have Wolverine, which was terrible compared to this, and then this, I believe, blows it out of the water, but reviews and otherwise don't show that. But I would say give it a chance. I have yet to see it in IMAX, but plan on seeing it in IMAX. And I generally enjoyed it and will be checking it out again. And on to one minor thing about the movie. Everyone's got their panties in a bunch over the twin characters, the Autobot twin characters, and saying how they're racist and whatever. And it just, the media is grabbing onto these characters that were created for children. And, maybe the voice actors or the animators went a little bit above what they should have done, but it is meant to be more portrayed for a child, and getting the cheap laughs out of the movie, and everyone is taking this way too seriously for a movie about robots fighting, and the tones of the movie, it's just ridiculous that people are making such a big deal out of a movie that they say they hate anyway. So why are you looking so much in detail over robots that you're saying are stereotypes? I mean, it's just completely ridiculous. That's really all I have to say about those idiots out there. And now on to the DVD/Blue pick for the week. And like I said last week, this pick is favorite movie starring a robot or involving a robot, basically. And this was a very easy pick for me. It's a 1991 film. It happens to be my favorite film of all time, that being Terminator 2 Judgment Day, directed by James Cameron, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger, Robert Patrick, Linda Hamilton. And this is actually one of the best movies starring robots, in my opinion, considering it is my favorite movie. Recently this year, the fourth Terminator movie came out, Terminator Salvation. If you haven't seen that movie, don't bother seeing it. Stick with Terminator 2, no matter how many times you've watched it. Rewatch it. It's a great movie. If you've never seen it before, I really don't want to go in detail about what it's about. And basically, it's about a computer system becoming self-aware and them trying to prevent that from happening. It's a great movie, and I don't know many people that have not seen it. You can pick it up right now if you don't have it, or if you're just a fan of it and whatever, it slipped your mind. The standard def DVD is about $10 on Amazon.com. The brand new Blu-ray that was released a couple months back is only $14.99 on Amazon.com. So I'd say it's a must pick up for any action fan, robot fan, Arnold Schwarzenegger fan. It's a must. You get to the chopper! And that's about it for this week's show. Just wanted to touch on a couple things with that. If you want any feedback to give us, flickbusters@me.com. Also the web address, flickbusters.com. Going to be going through some renovations soon on the site, touching it up a bit. Also leave comments on the bottom of the YouTube page if you like. We much appreciate it if you check out the video and have anything to say, good or bad. And also next week review will be Public Enemies, the new Michael Mann movie starring Christian Bale and Johnny Depp. And then I'll be also doing, for the DVD Blue pick, we'll be doing favorite gangster movie. Not gangsta movie, gangster movie. That'll be next week. If you have any suggestions for a favorite gangster movie, feel free to email us at flickbusters@me.com, or just drop us a line on the YouTube page. You stay classy.